She's a little person, she doesn't know what's happening. She doesn't know what happened to her, why her arms don't work the way she wants to, or why her legs don't want to move. I see her, she watches her brother play, and I can just tell that, she's sad sometimes because she wants to do that stuff too, and I feel bad because I can't give that to her, but I'm just so proud of her because she's trying her hardest. She couldn't even pick anything up when we first got here. Now she can use both her hands. So that right there just shows how strong of a little girl she is, She has willpower, and I just love her for that. She's awesome.
Demi was typically developing prior to this, and she went to get woken up from nap one day, and she wasn't moving.
She was born perfectly healthy, hitting all of her milestones. Like growing up, she was actually a little bit ahead, She was only 9 months and she was taking steps already. And then all of a sudden she went down for a nap, and the nap was literally 1 hour. And then just from her waking up in that hour is her body was completely paralyzed. She couldn't even hold her neck up by herself. They flew us out to Milwaukee, and we stayed there for about 3 weeks. During that 3 weeks is when we found out, during all the testings, that she had acute flaccid myelitis.
So any of the myelitises are really a sudden onset. You don't have really any indication that anything is going on with your kid.
Acute flaccid myelitis is truly a motor injury. Cognition is not affected in any way.
So that is an injury, infection in her brainstem, causing a sudden loss of function. There's been a couple instances in the area that their parents just go to wake them up from nap or wake them up in the morning, and they went to bed perfectly fine and woke up unable to move, unable to talk, some of them unable to eat on their own. So it's a very big, quick family dynamic change, especially for the parents or the siblings.
Before Demi being sick, I was actually a full-time working mom. Now I'm at CP about almost 5 days a week out of the 7, so that's different. It's kind of like these people here are like becoming like my little family. I'm here with them every single day. They know us by name now. It's comforting knowing that I have these nice people around me while I have to go through this too.
Working with these families is rewarding and challenging at the same time. You don't know what they're going through, so you can't tell them, I know that this is difficult. You have to show them that we, through our experience, can understand a little bit about what their life is like, just because we've seen it with other families.
Especially coming from straight out of the ICU, and then you're coming home and you don't have people to talk to because nobody really understands what you're going through. Then you see families here that are kind of going through the same thing, and just the therapists are so helpful and they're so kind, and that's also like contributed a lot to how I'm feeling with everything.
We have to be patient with them, let them see that there is potential there to get these kids to be back to close to where they were, close to where they need to be. Everybody has a strength. We need to look for that strength and build off of that strength. Because that strength, even though it might be this one small thing, could grow into a bigger thing. Focus on the strength as it is a positive thing, and let some of this weakness stuff, let it fall to the bottom, because you have to focus on the ability, not on the disability. There are so many families that come here that have similar experiences, that they're able to hear some of the stories of success that other families have had, and hopefully gives them a little bit of hope for what their family will be able to experience too.
Milwaukee Children's Hospital recommended CP, so I couldn't even be any more happy. These therapists are awesome. They almost care about Demi like she's their own, She's doing such a good job, and I can tell the improvements at home. Because at her last checkup appointment, we were rated as a newborn, and then now we're like 3 or 4 months out, and she's now rated as a 3-month-old, and that's just from being at CP every day. So I think that's pretty amazing too.
When you come here, it helps you to realize you're not alone. You're not the only one that is going through this. You're not the only one who has kids that have needs, and it's a community just by walking through the door.